Good evening, everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all well, and it's time for another class. Yeah, it's that time on Sunday evening again. Good evening, Camp Beauty. So good to see you. As always, the format's going to be the same. I know some of you would like a different format, but maybe this is probably a good format for so many people. Okay, so we're going to start with some idioms. Good evening, Javier. Good evening, Jose Javier. And let's see. So this first idiom, it says he got very good marks in the exam. He passed with colours. Good evening, Lavinia. Nice to see you. And Victor Gabriel. Okay, that's good, Count Beauty. So, to pass an exam with flying colours. Good evening, Manu. Good afternoon, De Maria. And good evening, Emin. So, good evening. Wow, lots of people. Bedic and Noir, good evening. Flying colours, well done, Lolly. Okay, so, yes, that's it, Javier. Good evening, Montespan, good to see you back. And good evening, Mike. And Victoria, wow, flying colours, exactly. So you pass an exam with flying colours. Means you do very well in the exam, yeah? Good evening, SMA and Renyard. Okay, so flying colours. I think this is probably naval. I get the feeling that the colour is the flag of your nation, and I think if you win the battle, then you fly the colours. Good evening, Andres. Okay, so to pass with flying colours. Well, very definitely some of you have passed this one with flying colours. And we'll try another one, which will probably take a minute or 30 seconds or so to come through. Yes, to pass with flying colours. To do very, very, very well. Okay, so let's see. The next one says, hurry up and get to the important part. Cut. And we haven't even got the words on the screen yet. So, hurry up and get to the important part. Cut. Butterflies in your stomach, I mean, is when you're nervous. Cut. Not cut corners. Cut corners is to is to avoid doing certain bits, not to do all the work. I guess it's one way of hurrying up. But, and now, Javier, SMA. Okay, as I said, Montespan, to cut. Well done, Yuri. Well done, Ramesh Balash. And good evening, admin. So, cut to the chase. Okay, cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. So this is actually from the world of films and the film industry. If you cut to the chase, so you have a film and somebody, a bad person, the baddie does something, and then the scene cuts to the chase and you get the chase scene. So the chase scene is the important part. Yeah, they consider the chase scene the important part. So stop telling me all the preamble to the story and cut to the chase. The chase is when one person runs after another. Or very often in a film you'll have a car chase. Yeah? Cut to the chase. Yeah, the chase scene where the police are trying to catch the criminal or trying to catch the good guy. Yeah, so let's not have the beginning bit. I want to see the scene, the chase scene where they're all trying to catch him. So, good evening, Kwanda. And the next one. It happened very suddenly and very quickly. It happened in the of an good evening, Ricardo. And Latta, good to see you. So, it happened very suddenly and quickly. It happened in the of an. So you know what the... Oh, pretty good, Kwanda. Sounds like your English is quite good. Okay, so let's have a clue for you. Okay, don't beat about the... Just cut to the chase. That's the idea, Sheena. That's a good example. Okay, in the wink of an eye. Normally, in English, it's the blink of an eye. Wink, one eye. Blink, two eyes. In the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye, not an eyelid. So in the blink of an eye. So I was having a lot of fun. Yeah, I was really enjoying myself, and it was finished in the blink of an eye. How long does it take you to blink? A very, very short time, doesn't it? It's a very short time. So something happens in the blink of an eye, just like that. Okay, so the best to you in Oxford Street, Siad. Okay, so if something happens in the blink of an eye, it happens very rapidly. This virus spread in the blink of an eye. Okay, let's try the next one there. The person we were joking about appeared. Speak of the, and there are... So, I mean, yes. You can also say, in the flash of a blade. Yes, I guess you could. Yeah, in the flash of a blade. Speak of the, and there are... Okay, so that's the first part, Lolly. Now, what about the second part? Yeah? So, that's it, Count Beauty and SMA. So we all know this bit, speak of the devil. Yeah? So if you speak of the devil, and there, that's it, Harry. Speak of the devil, and there are... So, ooh, devil, absolutely, Latta, that's the first word, but what's the bit that goes in the end now? Speak of the devil, and there are... a blast from the past. Something you... Well done, Lavinia, I'm impressed. Speak of the devil, and there are the horns of the devil. And there are his horns. Okay? So, his horns. So, if you start speaking about the devil, then suddenly his horns appear. So, you're talking about John, and suddenly John appears. Speak of the devil, and there are his horns. Is effectively the horns of the devil. Most normally we just say speak of the devil, and clearly lots of you knew that bit. But the actual full phrase goes on, speak of the devil, and there are his horns. So, speak of the devil, and there are his horns. That's it, Fet. Good. So, speak of the devil, and there are his horns. What a surprise. Okay, so yes, when you speak about things, very often they happen. So the next one's easy. It's better to show than to tell. A picture what? So, it's better to show than to tell. A picture, I think we're probably the lag is what's holding up the answers here. It's better to show than to tell. A picture, okay, Ricardo, sort of. Yes, that's better, Boyka. Okay. And hubby, yes. A picture. So, Nora, that's exactly it. A picture worth 1,000 words. So notice, we need the it is more eloquent than words. Good evening, Helena. Okay, talks louder than words. Well done, Mustafa. De Maria, yes, is worth 1,000 words. And Latta, well done. Good evening, Messis. So, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Notice I've written 1,000 in letters. Good evening, Funda. So, if you're writing something semi-formal or semi-formal, you should always write numbers in words instead of writing 1000. Yeah, if you're writing something informal, then you can write the number in number forms. But if not, then you should write it full out. So, Arnuva, good evening. So, a picture is worth 1,000 words. A picture explains the same amount as 1,000 words do. Yeah, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Yeah, diagrams or somebody actually showing you how to do something explain things much, much, much better. So, that's it, Fet. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay, the next one. He has more important things to do. He has better He has better. I think you could also use the word bigger. Fourth, how to distinguish between idioms and proverbs. That's quite a difficult one. Okay, he has well done, Count Beauty. That was good, and Javier and Nora. Yeah, so he has better or bigger fish to fry. Whoops, I've written that in the wrong place. He has better fish to fry. Yeah, so he's got more important people to see and to do. Good evening, Al Raum. So, yeah, he has more important things to do. I've got better fish to fry. That's it, Lavinia and Montespan. If you've got, don't waste my time, because I've got better fish to fry. I've got more important things to do than waste my time with you. So, never argue with shallow-minded people. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay, a picture is worth 1,000 words. It's much. A picture is much, much more effective than explaining something in a visual demonstration. And to have better fish to fry, well done, Fed, to have more important things to do. My style of dress is eclectic because I like different fabrics. That's good. Okay, so to have better fish to fry, to have more important, more profitable, less boring things to do. Yeah, so he has better fish to fry. He has more important things that on his agenda. Okay, so let's try another one then. Take a risk. Okay, that's very good, Ramesh Prabhle. Idioms are used in a sentence, whereas proverbs are themselves are a complete sentence. To fry, you put olive oil in the pan and you cook it. To fry. Yeah? It's a way of cooking. Fry. Yeah, that's to fry. Fry. So, if you want to make chips, Lavinia, you need to fry them. Okay, good evening, Maesh. So, take a risk. Throw to the... throw to the... Throw a match to the gas tank. Boom! Okay, that's a very inventive answer, Beauty, but it's not the right one. Okay. No, they're not easy to predict at all. Yes, thank you, Renyard. Freir, exactly. Ignores unnecessarily discussions. He always has better fish to fry. Don't no, you, okay, a better. You don't need to use a better. I think fish here is uncountable. This product is selling like hotcakes. I would prefer is selling like hotcakes. Maybe if I'm a supplier, then it's being sold like hotcakes. Throw yourself in at the deep end. That's very, very inventive, latter. I think to throw yourself in the deep end, it could work here. Okay. So to throw yourself in the deep end is start doing something without experience, to do something difficult, but it's definitely so. Let me. Oh, Victoria. Well done, Victoria. To throw caution to the wind. Throw caution to the wind. Yes, if you throw wind. Okay. If you throw caution to the wind, so you get rid of caution, you stop being cautious, you stop being avoiding risks, you take a risk. Throw caution to the wind. Get rid of caution. Stop being cautious. Risk. Yeah? Throw caution to the wind. Okay, so throw the leftovers for the dog. It's a good idea, Pitten. Okay, so I think that's probably enough of these idioms for today. Yeah. And let's try the story. Yeah, we're going to have to throw caution to the wind. That's the point, Flet. Well done. And today the story is called The Dog and His Bell. So a dog, woof woof, and his bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. So we got three questions. Yeah? So, nice man, you throw a spanner in the works. So, the dog and his bell. The first question, why was the bell tied to the dog? You always ask for an easy one, Lavinia. How did the dog feel about the bell? And what moral would you give to the story? If you're worried about throwing caution to the wind, you can't be successful. Yeah? So, Sheena, if you're worried about throwing caution to the wind, you can't be successful. So, the dog and his bell. Why was the bell tied to the dog? How did the bell? And what moral would you give the story? Yeah. Okay, so let me read this. There was a dog who used to sneak up and bite people. His master, the dog, and tied it onto him so that everyone would know when he was coming. The dog then paraded about the marketplace, shaking his bell back and forth. An old dog said to him, "You wretched creature, why are you so proud of yourself? That bell is not a medal for bravery, or you are shamefully beating the drum of your own evil deeds." So, the questions. Why was the bell tied to the dog? How did the dog feel about the bell? And what moral would you give to the story? So, there was a dog who used to sneak up and bite people. His master made a bell for the dog and tied it onto him, so that everyone would know when he was coming. The dog then paraded about the marketplace, shaking his back and forth. An old dog said to him, "You wretched creature, why are you so proud of yourself? It is not a medal for bravery or good behaviour. You are shamefully beating the drum of your own evil deeds." So, Montespan, The bell was tied to the dog to warn people. Perfect. So everyone knew where the dog was. Well done, Javi. Your dog bites strangers. That must be awful, Crypto. Tie a bell to him. Victoria. The bell was tied for everyone to know that the dog is approaching. Good English. The dog felt to be brave one. Well, so, Lavinia, because the bell, take care, people, about the fact that the dog is full of rage. The dog was proud of himself. That's good, Javi. Naima. The master tied a bell to his dog to warn people. Good English. Beauty. The bell was put on the dog to aware people, to make aware, not about, that the dog was present, or make people aware of the dog's presence. The dog was proud of it. That's good, Beauty. Because the dog could be heard when he was coming. That's good work, Manu. Sheena. To let people know about the dog's arrival. Good English, Sheena. Noir. It is tied to let people know it is coming. Gurk. Lavinia. Because the bell takes care the people. Because warns people about the fact that the dog wants to bite people. That's good. Well done, Lavinia. So, Boyka. The eye to the dog because he used to bite people. No, was, Boyka. People suddenly. So the bell will warn people. Good. That's not a nice thing to do, Dong. Okay, the dog may bite everyone. That's good, Alraum. What's the moral to the story? You need to find your own moral. The moral. All that glitters is not gold. That's a great moral, Beauty. Well done. And Pitten. Moral of the story. The dog never had the intention to hurt people, but to feel powerful. That's quite good. That's quite deep. SMA. In order to aware people, to make in order to make people aware of the dog's approach, not ing, approach is the noun. The dog was very proud of wearing a bell. Absolutely, Montespan. The dog feels pride about the bell. Because the dog is stupid. No A, Lavinia, because the dog is stupid. The dog took pride in this bill. The dog took pride in his bell. Yuri. The bell was attached to the dog to prevent people from being bitten. Because otherwise people biting, the people bite. And Dong. I take pride in my kids' dogs. Yeah. The moral could be, Nora. Self-foolery or delusionality is what can drag a person directly to hell. That's a good moral, Nora. Self-foolery, fooling oneself or delusion or vanity is what can drag a person directly to hell. Fet, the bell was tied for people to be warned of its presence. Lavinia, the moral is that we mustn't be proud about appearance. Know thee. I take pride in your videos, Alex. Thank you, Crypto. The bell was tied so that the upheavals created due to the dog's ill behaviour. That's good English, Montespan. Well, all that glitters is not gold. I love it. Yeah. Dong. Moral. C4 not napalm. Well. So, Crypto, the phrase, like they say in the 80s films. Okay, it's a phrase, this just means it's a phrase that's used in films from the 1980s. Sheena, the dog felt proud about the bell. Good, Sheena. To prevent him from biting the passers-by. Good, Lolly. Vanity, evil. Know thee, Ricardo. Evil here is a general concept. Vanity blinds evil. Fet. The dog was foolishly boastful of its bell. Good English. Nirjan. People can be cautious by hearing the sound of the bell. Good. SMA. The dog was proud of the story, having that the story was about not being attached to the things you think make you more important, a more important person. That's not you. Ooh, you're trying something very deep here. Yeah. You shouldn't be attached to things because those don't make you important. The dog felt pride about the bell. Good, Sheena's a good correction. And Javier, moral, be blinded. Sorry. Be mindful about what you are proud about, Javier. Are proud. Proud is the adjective, pride is the noun. Alert people I'm here. Absolutely, say Juro. Belling dogs seldom bite. I like that, Galedas. So, Funda, be careful with a dog who you don't know. And Noir, people were not willing to kill the dog, so they tied a bell to it. The moral could be that everyone has his reality. That's true, Manu. Nirjan, okay. The dog was very ecstatic about the bell, taking it as a sign of bravery and vigour, definitely. Okay, his own reality, yes. Pitten, for whom the bell tolls, that's John Donne. Originally it's Shakespeare, of a contemporary of Shakespeare, John Donne, and then it's a novel about Spain by Hemingway. Okay, not everything in your possession is likely to serve you. Sometimes, Boyka, moral, always try to find solution to problems that can satisfy the two parts. Yeah, and so evil people. Yes, good. And Funda, the dog wears, with an S, a bell to show that it has a master with an A. Nor be many totalitarian figures in history had to act like this narcissistic dog, but all that not they gained after their death was an infamous reputation. Good evening, Riffman Seaglow. Nice act, Victor. I think the dog isn't clever, neither do I. Okay, let's... Grease lightning, as quick as grease lightning, very rapidly. Always try to bell the foolish folk. And oral, before breaking into the heat of best, try to have a closer look at its reality. It's a good phrase. And admin, the moral could be leave your smartphone to do something bad, because the GPS is like a bell these days. So can we move on? I quite agree with you. And let me put this story here so we can actually see the words. And here we go. Okay, the things to for you to be able to see it, but then I will read it to you. Okay, and I think we're starting to get some lag. Okay, so I'm gonna read the story as soon as it appears. It might take a second or two. It's like everything seems to all of a sudden. Okay, here we go. So, you cannot fool all the people all the time. Yes, Lavinia, here goes. There was a dog who used to sup and bite people. To sneak up is to go very quietly and slowly so people don't hear you. So the dog used to sneak up and bite people. His mole for the dog and tied it onto him so that everyone would know when he was coming. The dog then paraded about, walked about the markets, shaking his bell back and forth, back and forth. An old dog said to him, "You wretched creature." Why so wretched? You horrid creature, you horrible creature. Why are you so proud of your... Yeah, why do you feel so much pride? It is not a medal for bravery or good behaviour. Okay, and then the last line, I like this. You were shamefully beating the drum, boom, 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 of your own evil deeds. So you're telling everybody publicly about the bad things that you've done. Yeah, you're beating the drum of your own evil deeds. Disdainfully instead of shamefully. Disdainfully means you have a bad opinion of something. So, deeds and acts. I think deeds and acts are the same thing. I think deeds is probably a slightly more formal word, but deeds are your acts. Yeah? Okay, let me read it one more time. So, there was a dog. Yeah, there was a dog who used to sneak up and bite people. Deeds, actions, acts, things you do, Lavinia. There was a dog who used to sneak up and bite people. His master made a bell and tied it onto him, so that everyone would know when he was coming. The dog then paraded about the marketplace, shaking his bell back and forth, backwards and forwards. An old dog said to him, "You wretched creature, why are you so proud of yourself? It is not a medal for good behaviour. You're shamefully beating the drum of your evil deeds." Good evening, Anderson. Deeds are acts, Lavinia. Exactly. Okay, change one more time. Last thing. So, name something you use to seal a bottle. Something you use to seal a bottle. Deed like a hero. Yes, I act like a hero. It means the same. No, a deed is only a noun. Wow, thank you, Rizgar. That's really, really kind of... Wow, thank you. That's so generous. I'm bowled over, Rizgar. So, seguro. I deed like a hero. Deed is only a noun. Deeds are like a hero. I act like a hero. Paraded, walked about. Absolutely. And so, thank you again, Rizgar. That's so kind of you. Okay. A bottle lid, a cork, yes, a cap, lids, yes, we got lots and lots and lots of them. Yeah? Okay, so, yeah, name a reason to, something you use to seal a bottle. Very definitely a cork. Yeah? Well, that's wonderful. Okay, so, a cork, a lid. Yeah? Okay, and let's try the next one. If something is blunt, what should you do to it? A cap, a lid, a cork. Absolutely. And Victor Gabriel, that's good as well. So, if something is blunt, what should we do to it? What should you do to it? If something is blunt, what should you do to it? If something is blunt, what should you do to it? If something is blunt, what should you do to it? If something is blunt, wow, thank you, Lolly, as well. That's really kind of you. So, Javier, sharpen it. Absolutely. If it's blunt, it doesn't cut. And Ricardo, sharpen. Blunt is the opposite of sharp. Sharpen it on a grindstone. Absolutely, Piten. Okay, so to sharpen something. Yeah, sharpen it. Absolutely. If something's blunt, then you have to sharpen it. A knife that doesn't cut is blunt, Lavinia, and you need to make it sharp. Absolutely, Nora. So, well, thank you, Rizgar, again, and thank you, Lolly. That's so kind of both of you. So, yes, to sharpen it, to sharpen it. Sharpen this thing, absolutely, Renyard and Matt. Sharpen it. Can you hone it? Ooh, dangir. I love that word, to hone. H-O-N-E is a synonym for sharpen. That's a great word. Sharpener, absolutely. Let's try one more of these then. And this one's difficult. If somebody is black and blue, what does that mean? Yeah, you hone something that's dull. So, if something is black and blue, what does that mean? If somebody is black and blue, what does that mean? So, if a person is black and blue, what does that mean? So, if somebody is black and blue, what does that mean? Yeah, to hone your skill, to sharpen. Okay, so if somebody is black and blue, sad? No, it's not sad. They might feel... And Ricardo, well done, sir. Well done, sir. If you're blue, you're covered in bruises. Admin, somebody hit him. Lolly, black and blue, bruised, bitten, a person beaten up. Okay, so there's... Yeah, no, well, they might be sad, upset and disappointed, but they're covered in bruises. He's bruised, absolutely. So, yeah, if somebody is black and blue, yeah, they are covered in bruises. Okay, so it's time to finish. Once again, I would really like to thank you, Rezgar. Really kind of you, that donation. And thank you, Lolly, as well. That's the second donation you've made, and that's very kind of you as well. I will see you next week at the same time. Take care. Look after yourself. Stay safe. You've been a wonderful group as always. And